Okay, let's get into a bit of a flashback when I reviewed Toy Story 2. Welcome back, guys, to my series of Pixar reviews leading up to Incredibles 2. Before I start this review, yes, I'm wearing the same shirt because I'm filming this in the same day as Toy Story 1. And also, number 2, yep, I'm skipping A Bug's Life because I have not seen A Bug's Life. I know a lot of people are like disliking the comments. Guys, I really wanted to see A Bug's Life. I just never get time to watch it and get all these reviews done. There's so many stuff happening. So maybe when Toy Story 4 is coming out next year, I'll review A Bug's Life. How about that? But now let's skip A Bug's Life and go ahead with the sequel to the first Toy Story. Yes, promise is a promise. Toy Story 4 is now out, so let's review the Pixar film that I haven't seen. Now I've seen it. A Bug's Life. So Bug's Life is the second Pixar film that came out after the first Toy Story movie. This movie, once again, from Toy Story, is directed by John Lasseter. And this movie tells the story of this colony of ants whose job is to basically provide food at the end of the summer for these greedy grasshoppers. There's this character named Flick in the film who's this inventive ant who always messes up things, and he messes up the grasshoppers' food, which they made him go into a rampage. And now Flick wanted the ants to basically defend themselves and fight those grasshoppers, so he goes on a journey to find the warriors to try and defend these grasshoppers, and he found those circus clowns that he thinks they are warriors, and that's when this movie gets entertaining and fun and mystical. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I had seen this movie in the very past. I remembered I saw this movie in prep, but I felt like I hadn't seen the film because I barely remembered the film. The other thing I remembered about this film is a short film, Jerry's Game, which is one of my favorite Pixar short films. That's all I remember. I didn't remember anything about Bug's Life. So yes, that means I haven't seen the movie because I haven't not remembered the Bug's Life in the past. So I recently watched it now, and I am glad I saw it because honestly, no one ever talks about A Bug's Life with other Pixar films. Like everyone talks about, oh, Up is good, WALL-E is good, Toy Story 3 is a masterpiece, but they never talk about A Bug's Life, and that is very, very strange because I gotta say, this movie is very underrated. I'm glad I saw this film because I did enjoy myself with A Bug's Life. Is this the best Pixar film? No, this could be almost on the bottom because this film is kind of forgettable. Like, I wouldn't remember this film as much as the other Pixar films, but still, I watched this film and I still really enjoyed about this film. First of all, let's talk about the characters in The Bug's Life. I thought the characters in this movie are really great. I love Flick in the film. I thought Flick is one of the most underrated Pixar protagonists. I thought he did a really great performance in the film. You do feel sympathy for him when he does all the mistakes in this entire film, and you do root for him to fight the grasshoppers in this film. But also the clown folks that Flick meets are really good characters. We get this ladybug who is actually a guy played by Dennis Leary, which I'm surprisingly, that's Dennis Leary's voiceover. He is just hilarious in the film, but also the other tribes in this film was just fantastic. They are hysterical, and they're really great side characters that actually did steal the film for me. Also, the best part of this entire film, I gotta say, is Hopper, played by Kevin Spacey. My god, what a great villain. Honestly, I thought Sid was a dick. No, he is the biggest dick in Pixar. Oh my god. This movie actually gone dark with his character in some scenes, and Kevin Spacey did a really great voice work as Hopper. And I gotta say, this movie, out of all the Pixar films I've ever seen, this is the most darkest. There are some abusive scenes, there are some like beating scenes, and I was literally surprised how dark this movie was in a couple of moments of the film, especially the final act of this film. Oh my god, it wasn't brutal or anything, but it's like kind of dark for a kids movie. This was like rated G. It should have been rated PG, honestly. There are bits in the film that were quite dark, but I gotta say, the animation of this movie, for the most part, is really beautiful. There are moments in this film that they took a lot of wide-scope shots of the grass and all that stuff, and it looks really freaking beautiful. Even the look of the ants look fantastic. And this movie is the second Pixar film that came out, and I know it's in a time when they're, like, you know, kind of like recognizing computer animation with the first Toy Story movie. And I gotta say, the animation, for the most part, was really freaking good. And I just remembered that this film came out the same year as Ants, the DreamWorks version of A Bug's Life. And I have watched Ants more than A Bug's Life, and that's sad because I like Pixar more than DreamWorks. And I gotta say, A Bug's Life is better than Ants when I watched that movie. I probably need to watch Ants again and compare this film. But for now, I really enjoyed A Bug's Life better than Ants. I thought this movie is a really funny and probably the most mature out of the Pixar films. Like, there are parts of this movie I was like, I wouldn't understand this as a kid. I will. This film is actually probably more mature than the other Pixar films. And I gotta say, that's pretty good in this film. I really like that. But I only have one little complaint about this film. As I said, this film wasn't the best Pixar film. And I can see why. Because the animation of this film, even though for the most part it's beautiful, there are parts of this movie with the animation that look so freaking dated. There's this like bird chase scene that I actually do remember from this movie. That's the only scene I remember from Bug's Life, that bird chase scene. And holy shit, that scene was dated. Even the bird looks fake. It looks so cartoonish. Like, I know this is an animated film, but it doesn't mean they have to make it too cartoony. Oh my god, the bird looks absolutely fake. Even the final act of the film where they fight in the rain, it just looks so freaking dated. But guys, overall, I really did enjoy The Bug's Life, and I'm glad I saw this film because I thought this is the most underrated out of all the Pixar films. The characters were great, this film's funny, very mature, it has some really good adventure aspects, really hilarious aspects, dark aspects, surprisingly. I really enjoyed this film, guys, and I highly recommend, if you have not seen A Bug's Life out of all the other Pixar films, you should see it. It's not the best Pixar film, however, but still, it's definitely one of the most underrated. And I'm going to give A Bug's Life a big thumbs up rating. So guys, that is my review for A Bug's Life. Guys, let me know what you think of this movie in the comments below. Make sure you guys follow me on Facebook, Stardust, Instagram, Twitter. Keep contacting me and stay tuned for tomorrow for my review of Toy Story 4. I'm going to see that movie tomorrow. I'm super pumped for it. So guys, make sure you subscribe to my channel, notified for my latest videos, and have a nice day.